Here we're going to build out this chest piece. As you can see here, I've already created the right side of the chest piece here. Now I will make the left side. First, print out the pattern. This one's labeled chest. Up in the corner here, there's a part 1 and part 2 for C1 and C2. This larger piece here has a note to cut this edge right here along a 45-degree bevel. You can see that here in this piece where it was cut at 45 degree. This bottom piece here is not. It is cut at a square angle. So the pattern pieces are cut out now. I have also cut out the registry marks, the little triangles on both of them. One thing you'll notice is both patterns have an L and R on them. That is short for left and right side of the chest piece. And they also state 3/8 inch, which is the thickness of the foam that I used, which is just anti-fatigue floor mats. Next, I'll pin these guys down to the foam, trace them out, and cut them out. Now I have both pieces cut out for the left side. I've labeled them, and I've also marked the registry marks and noted that this is the center of it. So once it is all finished, these two pieces will be glued together like so. Now the next step is to heat form these pieces. They're both curved now. So the next step is to put 2 thin layers of glue and put them together. Okay, now I've got the left and the right side finished. Now I will glue the 2 pieces together. This is what the chest piece looks like once all glued together. Now it's time to cut out the ab pieces. So starting off, I've got the pattern pieces here. The sheet is labeled abs. You see we have the center piece, like right there. And then we have the 2 side pieces left and right here. For all of these pieces, I use 6mm or 1/4 inch foam. So you'll be making 2 pieces for each of these, for the right side and the left side. And this is just 1 piece here. So the first thing I will do is cut the pattern pieces out. Now that I have them cut out, I'm going to pin them down to the foam, trace them out, and cut them out. Since I will be cutting these out in black foam, I'm going to use a silver Sharpie so I can see the pattern. Now that I have all the chest and the ab pieces cut out, the next thing to do is to cut out this back piece that holds it all together. For this piece here, I did use 2mm foam, but for this one I'm going to use a black canvas cloth. This will be sturdier and also flexible. In creating the ab base, the first thing to do is print out 2 copies of the ab base pattern and then cut them out and tape them together like I have this piece here. Then you have your pattern to lay on whatever fabric you're looking to use or foam. Trace it out and cut it up, and you'll have a finished piece that'll look something like this. Now the next step is to glue all the pieces together. The first pieces you want to glue together will be the chest piece to the ab base. So to do this properly, I would recommend printing out 2 copies of the chest to abs gluing template, cut them out, tape them together at the center so you have a piece like this. You'll lay it down on your fabric or foam base and then trace out this pattern, this line right here, with a pen. Now you'll have a guideline of where to lay your glue so you don't have too much going past the edge. You'll put 2 layers in there. Same thing here, you'll put 2 layers here and then follow that line in putting these 2 pieces together. Then we can move on to the other pieces. Now that the base is glued to the chest piece, I will pin the pattern pieces for the respective pieces into place and then trace them out with a Sharpie. Even though I'm going to paint this whole thing together and it should cover any sort of silver markings that I would use with this pen, I just want to be sure they'll be as minimal as possible, so I'm going to use the black Sharpie instead. Though it may be tough to see on camera, I now have all the lines laid out of where I'm going to lay glue. So I'll do 2 layers on the fabric and 2 layers on all the pieces and glue them into place. Here's the chest piece all put together. Now it's time to assemble other parts. Thanks for checking out this video. If you'd like to learn more about using foam for costumes and props, click on one of the videos on the right. If you'd like to pick up some patterns to make your own foam armor, click the image on the left.